Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to day one of the program, the modules. If you saw this day one, maybe you've seen this. If you saw this day one, maybe you've seen this on day five, but this is the day one module. Excited to have you guys in the program. And if you guys maximize everything I give you value-wise with these modules, with communication to me, group calls we're doing, the program itself, the training, you guys will benefit from it like tremendously. And yes, 14 days won't change your life, but this can set you up for great success. The habits, the knowledge, everything you will gain from these 2 weeks, you can take with you. And so I really want to set you guys up with as much value as possible, as much experience in these short days, and as much just information as I can give you. So I thought I would start with kind of an overview of the program and what you're going to get from it. So first, a comprehensive approach. This program goes beyond just exercise, focusing on developing healthy habits, mindset, and lifestyle changers for lasting success. You won't change in 14 days, I'll tell you that, but you can. So I thought I would start with kind of an overview of the program and what you're going to get from it. So first, a comprehensive approach. This program goes beyond just exercise, focusing on developing healthy habits, mindset, and lifestyle changers for lasting success. You won't change in 14 days, I'll tell you that, but you can start making the changes. The hardest part is starting, and if you guys just really give it your all and just believe what I tell you, you will start to see the change when it comes to your fitness and your health. But doesn't mean it's going to happen. You have to make it happen. And so I'm going to give you the program, the knowledge, everything that it takes, but you just have to use the tools and then go on with it. Second thing, supportive community. You'll be part of a group that are all working towards the same goals for a healthier, happier life, and you'll be in communication with them. Same thing that I do in my coaching program on a whole nother level. You probably have seen it, absolutely insane, and I want to continue growing that, but you guys will get a glimpse of that in this 14 days. So I'm super, super excited about that. I got something on my screen, sorry, this is bothering me. And the hair, I'm getting a haircut today, so don't worry. And then expert guidance. I mean, you're going to have me helping you all the way. I've helped several individuals. I've done it myself. Not saying I'm the number one, as far as knowledge-wise, number one brain in the world, but I know a thing or two. So you guys will get my personal opinion. Of course, it's pretty much backed with science. I will say if this is a personal thought that I have versus a science-backed, general, backed thought, approach, whatever it may be. So yeah, that's what you're gonna get out of it, and I really want you guys to invest and just put energy into this, and you will get whatever you put in, you'll get out. I've done it myself, not saying we'll get whatever you put in, you'll get out. Just that's pretty much the saying with anything, and it's really true. So the power of goal setting. It's very important to have goals because it gives you another layer of motivation. Not saying motivation is the most important thing, because it's not, because you will lose that motivation, but it keeps you sane, it keeps you going, it keeps you driving. I've noticed that in my personal life. And so it's important to have specific goals that you write down that are clear, measurable, and give you just concrete targets to work towards. One second. I'm drinking my mushroom supplement. I'll probably talk about that with the supplement slide or module, but yeah. All right. I'm drinking my mushroom supplement. I'll probably talk about that with the supplement slide or module, but yeah. All right. So have specific goals. You want some achievable goals, and I didn't put it in here, but I also think it's good to have some insane goals, meaning it seems delusional, but you got to shoot for the stars and you'll land on the moon, And if you yes, it's good to have realistic, because it kind of gives you that balance where if you shoot for the stars and you don't even land on the moon, that could really hurt your confidence and your composure. But if you have measurable and realistic goals, that also kind of increases the confidence and genuine well-being. So there's a good balance. So for me, let's say physically, I want to put on 45 pounds this year. Maybe that's shooting for the stars, right? But also be like, all right, in this next few weeks, I want to hit 5 workouts. I want to, because a lot of people, and with my clients, I see this all the time. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. They're so focused on the output of what that will be in a year that they don't focus on the small wins. Just getting started, going to the gym, learning how to track your nutrition, just starting, honestly. And this is what I help them realize, like, dude, you're doing something you weren't doing a couple months ago. You had this fear that you wouldn't be able to go to the gym, that you wouldn't be able to even do your cardio, to learn the workout, but yeah, you're doing it. Look, that's as big as a win, in my opinion, as that big goal that you want to achieve, right? Because these little steps that you have to get past are what's going to allow you to achieve that big goal, that big result, that big dream that you have. So focus on the small steps. And then, of course, choosing goals that truly align with your values and desires. Because if you're being forced to do something you don't want to do by someone else or by external factor, it's not going to suit you well. So that's why I try to make sure with my clients, like, you truly want to do this, right? Or even before, like, you truly want to invest in yourself like this. You truly want to reach this goal. Because if not, you're going to end up giving up and wasting that time. And also, on top of that, you won't make it that far. You won't go that far. So yeah, it's very important that you do choose goals that truly excite you. Now, sometimes you have to do things we don't want to do. That's another topic. But when it comes to fitness, find things you want to do, right? Besides just maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Unless that's what you want to do. Maybe you're not the most excited. You just don't care for anything else. And yeah, that's something else too. And then deadlines. If you have deadlines, then if it kind of enforces you to do something and to take action instead of just like, I'll get it done in the next 5 years. No, we got a year. What are we going to do in the next 4 weeks? Like, this is me as a coach. I'm like, what are we going to do in the next 2 months? What steps do we have to take today? What steps do we have to take tomorrow, right? It's constantly leading you to the next thing. And that's, yes, you got to put more energy in, but you're going to get the most out of that. Developing a success mindset. So again, I'm not going to say I'm the most, let's say, intact figure when it comes to mindset. Like, I'm a human being. I have days where I'm not even the strongest in my own mind. But I can state the general and things that have helped me and that have helped my clients from experience. But this is why I'm not a life coach, okay? Don't take me as a life coach. I have a lot to learn and improve on myself. I know this is mainly fitness, but I know one thing, it's important to have a success mindset and a positive mindset. So positive talk. Anytime you really give into doubtful thoughts, it happens, we're human beings, but that's just going to lead you astray, right? And it's important whenever I there's a doubt, like I can't do it. I'm like, okay, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. And you have to just go with that thought. You can't let the negative. Developing a success mindset. So again, I'm not going to come to mindset. Like, I'm a human being. I have days where I'm not even the strongest in my own mind. But I can state the general and things that have helped me and that have helped my clients from experience. But this is why I'm not a life coach, okay? Don't take me as a life coach. I have a lot to learn and improve on myself. I know this is mainly fitness, but I know one thing, it's important to have a success mindset and a positive mindset. So positive talk. Anytime you really give into doubtful thoughts, it happens, we're human beings, but that's just going to lead you astray, right? And it's important whenever there's a doubt, like I can't do it. I'm like, okay, no, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. And you have to just go with that thought. You can't let the negative thoughts overtake you, because we're always going to have the what if, because anytime you do something that's outside of your comfort zone, 9 times out of 10, there's a risk to it, right? If you join a program, right, like my program, you're investing, let's say, money, time, energy, all these things you may not get back, right? You may not get back, but you're doing it for a better purpose for yourself. But there's a risk. And a lot of people are afraid of taking that risk. And so the doubt, because with anything, there's going to be doubt, whether that's someone else or something else or even yourself. And so you have to focus on the positives. And that's why having someone holding you accountable and reinforcing what you know to be true is very, very important, like a coach. Embracing challenges. Dude, if it wasn't for challenges, nothing would be exciting, right? I tell myself this all the time. Like, yes, in the moment it sucks. You're like, I want it to be just, okay. I just want to receive everything without even trying, without it being hard. But if it wasn't hard, then you wouldn't grow. There'd be no change. And that's a part of the story. Like, in those amazing feel-good times, no matter what it is in life, you look back and you're like, wow, those challenges really taught me that. You got to live in your emotions, the negative, the good ones. That's a part of life. Doesn't mean you have to stay in it. But sometimes embracing it for what it is. Embracing challenges, dude. If it wasn't for challenges, nothing would be exciting, right? I tell myself this all the time. Like, yes, in the moment it sucks. You're like, I want it to be just, okay. I just want to receive everything without even trying, without it being hard. But if it wasn't hard, then you wouldn't grow. There'd be no change. And that's a part of the story. Like, in those amazing feel-good times, no matter what it is in life, you look back and you're like, wow, those challenges really taught me that. You got to live in your emotions, the negative, the good ones. That's a part of life. Doesn't mean you have to stay in it. But sometimes embracing it for what it is, even if it's not. Appreciating the small things, right? The progress is very important, because it keeps you remembering the progress you have made, right? I think it is okay to look in the past. Now, specifically with fitness, it's okay to look on those achievements you've made. I think it's very important, because you are making progress. Instead of focusing on that big kahuna, that big result, and because you haven't achieved that result, you get down on yourself. You're looking at the small wins, different perspective, and you're feeling better. So that's increasing your confidence to be able to get one step closer to that big goal. So it's really all perspective. Yeah, it really is just perspective. So I think that's very important. And then just having very key mental habits for fitness and health is very important as well. Visualization, resilience, self-care, mindfulness, being aware of what you are doing. A lot of times people are so distracted when they enter the gym, whenever they're doing something. That takes away from the moment. It takes away from the opportunity you have there. And trust me, I've been here where I'm distracted in the gym. And I'm not saying it's going to be like this every single time where you're just dialed in. But if you can learn to really just focus on the workout, leave whatever is hindering you outside. Now, there's exceptions. Of course, there are exceptions. I'm not going to say every single, catastrophe or every single circumstance you're going to be able to forget, right? Something very catastrophic happens, I get it. But, if it's a work problem situation, you got to be able to focus on the here and the there, because that's going to allow you to maximize results in the gym. So being mindful of your form, your technique, concentrating on, the repetition, that's going to help you get the most out of that workout. Visualization. I think just imagining you achieving that goal, it's going to become more familiar in your mind, and it's going to seem like you've already done it. And that just really helps with, I think, getting it done. Being like, okay, I got to get it done. I know I've had a client who he has a situation, and this situation, causes him to visualize and be motivated by this certain aspect and get his workout and to stay in check with his health. And it's a certain visualization that he knows he sees within. It's a negative one actually, and so he knows if he doesn't change, then he could look like that. He could become that. And there's health reasons attached to that, but that goes to saying he's visualizing the negative, which is making him to do a positive. And the self-care, just prioritizing your health. This generally would just go with eating healthier, getting into a good workout routine. I'm not again, this isn't really, yes, there'll be aspects where it's like holistic, but I'm not a life coach. I make lifestyle content because, I have certain beliefs and things I want to get across. But when it comes to this coaching, this is mainly fitness coaching, but it is important to take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, physically, because it is all attached. So I will say that. And then resiliency, bouncing back when you hit a negative, when you hit a downfall. I see this with clients all the time, and this is why I'm so glad I'm with them, because they'll hit negatives in their lives, whether it's a personal reason or maybe it's related to fitness, and they get really down on themselves, and it becomes a spiraling effect where they just get out of line, and it just makes everything worse. But if I'm there to ensure them, we talk through it, we get them back on track. We're like, all right, we got to do this. It allows them to move forward and progress. But that's very important to have. So importance of consistency and longevity, establishing habits, very, very important. This is sometimes the hardest thing to do because in order to establish new habits, it creates a little bit, you got to create a new identity because old habits have to become new habits. So I really believe the best way to do this is having someone holding you to something and having a specific structure built around you and something you have to do every single day, or else it's strictly going to be up to you to do it. And so I believe any type of teacher, coach, mentor really is important in the first few steps, like the fundamentals, because they're going to help you establish what they know and they're going to keep you to it. Anytime you have someone else involved in your activities, I believe if you're both genuinely doing it for the best reasons, you will get more out of that. This is even non-fitness related. Anytime there's two people, same mindset, same goals, it's just the power of two minds and the energy there. So that's something to keep in mind. And then celebrating milestones, looking at. So importance of consistency and longevity, establishing habits, very, very important. This is sometimes the hardest thing to do because in order to establish new habits, it creates a little bit, you got to create a new identity because old habits have to become new habits. So I really believe the best way to do this is having someone holding you to something and having a specific structure built around you and something you have to do every single day, or else it's strictly going to be up to you to do it. And so I believe any type of teacher, coach, mentor really is important in the first few steps, like the fundamentals, because they're going to help you establish what they know and they're going to keep you to it. Anytime you have someone else involved in your activities, I believe if you're both genuinely doing it for the best reasons, you will get more out of that. This is even non-fitness related. Anytime there's two people, same mindset, same goals, it's just the power of two minds and the energy there. So that's something to keep in mind. And then celebrating milestones, looking at the small wins is very important. It really builds up that confidence and allows you to really feel like you can tackle anything. So it's important. Celebrate small wins. And then adapting and evolving, being flexible and learning, I feel like more of the principles allows you to know your body and being able to adjust to different workouts, different plans, different opportunities. Instead of just focusing on this plan, getting good at this plan, learn. And that's what I really help my clients do. Learn themselves, learn what they need to do, and learn, how they're supposed to get it done in various ways. Overcoming common obstacles, lack of motivation, time constraints, energy, or setbacks. So lack of motivation. Again, I'm always going to emphasize having someone else because it just makes everything easier, but reframing your mindset, remembering those small wins like we talked about, small milestones, focusing on your goal, seeing how far you've come, and just remembering what you're doing the goal for and how that'll inspire you. And some of it's just discipline, not listening to your feelings, and that's why having accountability is going to help you. Time constraints, again, working with someone who can help you figure out the time is very helpful, but again, sometimes it's about allocating your time. We all have time. Even if you work 18 hours, I work with people who work 12, 14, 15 hours. You just got to find time. And it may be unique, it may be different, the schedule, but it's better than nothing. So you do have to think outside the box sometimes, and if you can't do it, then have someone else who can. Injury or setbacks. So approaching challenges, again, with patience, self-compassion, and a plan to get back on track is easy. It's not easy, but it's needed. I've worked with clients. It's not fun because it's nothing we want to deal with, but it builds character, and I know you're probably not looking for that. You're looking for results, but it also allows you to learn a lot of what not to do next time. Helps you kind of just with mindfulness as well, being more aware, especially if it's injury focused related, and builds patience, and also it builds. I feel like it does build kind of that drive, because then you want to get back to it, and this is why I'm all about making it a lifestyle, making fitness and everything a part of your lifestyle. It's not like for my clients, not just a program. Yes, it's a program, but I want this to be built into their life and working with them long enough to where they know if I have an injury, if I have a setback, if I have a personal mindset, shift, if I have a situation with like out of my control, whatever it may be, working with them through those circumstances and adversities, helping them know what to do and what that looks like, so then they're able to do that in the long term. I think that's key. That's kind of what I've always built my brand on, and I've seen the success with my clients. But it's important for you to know that as well. So again, this is a huge emphasis because I feel like it's missed. Celebrating small wins, acknowledging progress, rewarding yourself, and sharing success with other people. This is why I love community. This is why I put people in teams. This is why I'm always uplifting my clients, being very active, because it really makes an insane difference when you put it all together. It really, really does. And I think that's sometimes the biggest key between seeing progress and not seeing progress. So in these next few days, next few weeks, it's going to be important you take everything that I just told you in mind, whether it's something you've been doing, so continuing to do it, or something you haven't been doing and starting at. And I'm here to help you, at least for these 14 days, if not longer. And I'm really wanting to see a difference with you guys when it comes to these things. And not going to be perfect with everything. I really don't expect anyone to get it all. But just making improvements and progressing is what I'm looking for, and to help you guys in any ways, even if you just take one thing away, whether you learn something or you build a new habit. That's what I want for you guys. And yeah, let's get it. And I'll see you guys in day 2.